We're going to start this series with the right leg forward in that woodpecker position. So just remember all the weight's on that right heel. You're pushing your hips back and up as that heart falls forward. And then you're going to externally rotate your hands, reaching back with both hands. And just keep that tension like you're pressing your lower back up, like there's a hand on your back. Hold that right there. Bring your hands in a little closer to the rib cage. From here, exhale, reach straight ahead with both hands. Go onto the ball of that back foot, pulling yourself a little bit further forward. Raise your tailbone up a little higher. Hold that right there. Arms up a little higher, hold. After this, about 3 more seconds. Bring your elbows into your side like you're doing a row. Roll those shoulders back a little more. We're gonna go 15 good mornings. Inhaling, letting the heart fall forward. Exhale up. Could be a short and small movement. Just moving as one. We're just trying to get that stretch from the hamstring where it meets the glute insertion. Hold that last one down. From here, just go right into it. Reach straight ahead with both hands. Go into the ball of that back foot so you're on your tippy toe. Hold that right there. And then drop that back heel down to the floor and then right back up. For 10 of these, hold that 10th one at the top. Eyes stay open. You got to see the pain to be the pain. Hold that one up. Reach forward a little further forward. Raise your tailbone up a little higher. Turn to the left slightly. Hold right there, pushing that butt away from you. Raising your hands up a little higher, really pushing your hips back like you're gonna get kicked in the stomach. Hold it right there. Raise the arms up, hold. Nice job. Pivot back to center. Elbows come back in. 15 more good mornings. Inhaling, letting that heart fall forward. Exhale up. Roll those shoulders back. Using that breath that controls everything. Keeping that chin tucked too, so you're not doing like an Egyptian head bob. Hold that 15th one down. Right there, hold it. Reach straight ahead with both hands. Hold right there. Now lift up that back leg into that single leg deadlift. Hold right there. Remember, if you're doing this with a partner, it's okay. You can touch, reach. And stand all the way up. Ooh, feel the burn. Good job, you guys. So before we go to the other side, we're gonna go wide feet. And you're gonna go right into the side lunge shimmy. So elbows come in, you're in that Fonzie thumbs up position. Side lunge to the right, locking that left leg, really pushing your butt back. Hold that right there. Pushing that butt back, you're loading that right glute and that knee's not coming over your ankle at all. Take a big breath in, contracting, and when you exhale, you're gonna sink a little deeper. 2 more of these. Inhale, contract, sink. Last one, hold it right there. Keep your shoulders square with the hips. Reach up with both hands, 10-second hold. Arms up nice and tall. Elbows come back into the sides. Shimmy over to the other side, staying nice and low. Pushing your butt back, loading that left glute and hip, chest nice and tall, contract, exhale, sink a little deeper into it. 2 more, there you go. Hold that last one down, pushing that butt back, exhale, reach up with both hands, palms are up like you're holding a basketball, right there. Elbows come back in, come back to center, and then stand all the way up. Nice. We're gonna go into that woodpecker on the other leg. So left leg forward. Push your hips back with your hands. Let that heart fall forward until you get that stretch in the back of your legs. Reach back with both hands. Hold that right there, keeping that tension. making sure this knee is vertical. Take a big breath in, exhale, reach straight ahead with both hands. Pull your chest a little lower, hold that. Arms up a little higher, hold right there. Trying to keep that back leg straight if you can. Elbows come into your sides, thumbs right above your armpits. Inhale down, exhale up for 15 good mornings. Just imagine you have like a 2x4 from the bottom of your neck to the tailbone, so you move as one. So it's constant tension on that right glute and hamstring. Hold that last one down. Go right into it, reach straight ahead. Pull your chest a little lower. You're on the ball of that back foot, drop that back knee down for 10 lunges. Good job, use that breath. Inhale down, exhale up. Hold that 10th one up. Reach straight ahead, pull yourself a little lower. Raise those arms up nice and tall. Turn to the right slightly. Hold right there, really pushing your butt back. Arms up nice and tall. Stay in it. Pull yourself back to center. Elbows come back in. 15 more good mornings. Keeping those shoulders back. There you go, away from the ears. Could be a really small motion. Move in as one, hold that last one down. Reach straight ahead to find your balance. Dig that heel, lift up that back leg. One-legged deadlift hold. You're gonna get that shake in the back of that leg. Try never to let your shoulders go lower than your hips, and you're really focusing on kicking that leg as straight as you can. And all the way up. Woo! Wide feet, you guys. Back to that side lunge. So really wide feet. We'll start to the left this time. Elbows are in. Side lunge over to your left, locking that right leg. Pull that right arch in. Watch this knee to protect it, loading that glute. Tall chest. Big breath in. And sink into it. 2 more times. Little deeper. Hold right there. Reach up with both hands. Hold that right there. Maintain that nice and solid back. Tight stomach. Elbows come in and switch sides. Same idea. Pushing that butt back. Take a big breath in and really release into it. 2 more times. Last one. Hold right there. Tight stomach. Reach up. Raise the roof. Pull those elbows in tight. Raising the palms up. Hold it. And exhale, drop your hands to the floor. You're gonna step right back into that push-up position. Your shoulders are locked in, your hips are tight, tight stomach. We're gonna go 5 push-up negatives. Nice and slow down, pulling your elbows in at your own pace. 4, 3, 2, and again, repeat. If this is too difficult though, you can drop both knees to the floor and you can go at your same pace. Nice and controlled down. Nice, and then roll right back up, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. 3 more. Nice. 1 more or 2 more. Last one. Good job. Push yourself back up into that down dog position, piking your hips up, walking out the calves, keeping the shoulders away from the hands. You're gonna keep your feet about 2 fists apart. We're gonna walk your hands right back into that founder position. So you can walk your feet forward slightly, walk your hands back towards your feet, feet about 2 fists apart, hands go on the knees, pressing your chest up. Reach back with both hands. Just keeping the vertical shin, holding that right there. We're gonna go right into the chicken wing. So both of your hands are gonna go on your tailbone, pressing your chest up nice and tall. And you're just gonna roll your shoulders back. Just trying to open up your shoulders for 15 reps. Keeping that tension though in between your knees, pulling them in nice and tight like you're squeezing a volleyball, and all the weight's on your heels just to maintain it in the glutes as well. After that 15th one, just hold it back, pinching your shoulders, and you're gonna reach back with both hands right back into that starting position. Hold that right there, about 5 seconds. Just let your chest sink a little lower down, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Your arms are gonna come all the way up and around, nice and tall. We're just gonna kick them straight up for 15 reps, just like you're making a letter Y, just to try to open up those rhomboids and shoulders. And hold that last one up nice and tall. Try to breathe, your shoulders should be burning. Hold that right there, 10 seconds. Nice and tall, tight stomach. 3, 2, and stand all the way up, tight butt. Good, shake it out for a second. You guys ready? All right, right leg forward. We're gonna go into that lunge stretch. So big step forward with that right leg. All the weight's on that back hip, bending that back knee slightly. Squeeze that hip forward, leaning back to get that stretch in your psoas and hip flexors. Interlock your hands, reach up nice and tall. Hold that right there. You're not pulsing from your back, you're pulsing from your hip, squeezing your hip forward. 10 reps back. Nice job. Little short, shallow exhales as you go back. Hold that last one back. And side bend towards the right. Staying nice and square. Pulling that right arm up, nice and tall. Hold right there. Pull yourself back to center. Lean back slightly, staying in that lunge position. Bring your hands behind your head. Keeping that tension on that left glute, pressing forward. You're gonna rotate your body towards the right. So twist towards me. And then come back to center. Exhaling as you come back to center for 10 reps. We're still just trying to open up that hip flexor and psoas just from a little different point of view. It's all about the breath though. Exhale as you come back to center. Hold that 10th one at center. Interlock the hands and pull yourself up one more time. And then now go 10 pulses back. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears, squeezing that hip forward. You should really be nice and open in that hip flexor now. Hold that last one back. Side bend towards the right again. Staying nice and square. Try not to collapse in that rib cage. Pulling that arm up nice and tall. Pull yourself back to center. Drop the hands right behind the head. Turn to the right again for 10 reps. Exhaling as you come back to center. Nice job. From here, you're gonna come back at center. We're gonna step right into that squat position. So bring that back foot up, right, a little wider than your shoulders. I'll have Zach face you so you can see what it means, and really look at Nora's butt so you can see her knees and her hips pushing back. So you're gonna start in that top position, reaching, elbows are in, tucking your butt under you. Inhale, reach straight ahead, sinking into that squat. Hold it, shoulders are in. And now kick your elbows in between your knees in that prayer position. Really sinking into the heels, pushing your knees out with your elbows. A little sway side to side to get the hips to open up. About 3 per side. Come back to center. Reach straight ahead with both hands, making 2 fists. Contract, lifting your butt up slightly, and then exhale and sink into it. 2 more of those. Good job, you guys. Just watch your knees. They are not going over those ankles. Hold that there. Kick your arms up as high as you can. Try to bounce a little lower, about 3 or 4 times. Exhale and stand all the way up. Nice. Switching legs on the psoas, lunge stretch. So left leg forward. Drop that back knee slightly. Squeeze that right hip forward, leaning back. Interlock your hands. Pull yourself up nice and tall. Pulsing from the hip, not your back. You're gonna go back for 10 reps. Just maintaining that tension on that glute, pressing forward, and those shoulders are pulled back. Hold that 10th one back. Exhale and side bend towards the left. Staying nice and square. You don't need to over side bend, just stay nice and tall and focus on pulling that right arm up nice and tall. There you go. Pull yourself back to center. Hands drop directly behind your head. turn to the left, and then exhale, pull back to center, 10 reps. Imagine you have a glass of water on each shoulder, keeping them even. Nice job. After 10 of these, come back to center. Interlock the hands, pull yourself up nice and tall. Lean back a little further. Squeeze that hip forward, pulse back for 10 reps again, exhaling as you go back. Nice, hold that back. Side bend towards the left again. Really focusing on the upward pull of that arm, hold. Nice job, pull yourself back to center. Hands go behind the head one last time. Twist over that knee and back to center, 10 reps. Trying to create that wedge with your feet so you're nice and balanced. Keep the shoulders back, there you go. Come back to center. We're gonna step forward right back into that squat position. One big squat down, reach forward as you go down, right into it. Pushing those knees out with your elbows, sink into that squat. So bring the elbows in, Zach, right in that prayer position. Little sway side to side. Just watching those knees. Come back to center, hold it. Reach straight ahead with both hands. Make 2 fists contracting and then sink. Every time start from where you finish. So a little lower. Last one, hold. Arms up nice and high. Little bounces trying to get lower. Exhale, drop your hands all the way to the floor. Step back into that push-up position. We're gonna go 5 more push-ups at your own pace. If you need to, you can drop your knees to the floor again. Locking the shoulders in, leading with your heart. And then roll to your knees right back up. 4 more reps. Good job, you guys. Nice, roll right back up. Hips are up, tucking the butt, leading with the heart. Nice job. Last one. Pull yourself down nice and slow. Good job. Push yourself back into that down dog. And walk out those calves. We're gonna do the founder again, but we're gonna go the really wide series. So really go wide feet here. About 8 or 10 inches wider than each shoulder. You can stay on the floor. That's fine. Walk your hands back up towards your knees. Bring your hands on your knees, pressing your chest up. Pull your knees in tight, reach back with both hands. Hold that right there. Find your happy spot. Pull those knees in tight, elbows are in tight. Exhale, arms come around, reaching straight ahead. Really push your butt back as far as you can. Raise your arms up slightly, hold right there. And once you find that position, you're gonna kick them out like you're making a big letter T. So reach out and you're gonna pinch your shoulders back for 15 reps. Keeping that tension on the knees, pulling in. Really small motion, trying to open up those rhomboids and shoulders. After you do about 15 of those, reach back with the hands. Hold that right there, pull those knees in tight. One more set of the chicken wing, so hands go on your tailbone, press your chest up nice and tall, staying in that bent position, and you're gonna pulse your shoulders back for 15 reps. Nice job. Every time trying to get a little further back. Hold that last one back, trying to keep the shoulders away from your ears. Reach back with both hands. Hold that right there. Arms come around, reach straight ahead so they're parallel to the floor. Squat about 3 inches lower. Pull your knees in as tight as you can to get your hip flexors and psoas squeeze. Raise those arms up nice and tall. Arms up, hold it. 5, squeeze. 4, 3, squeeze those knees. 2, exhale, stand all the way up. Good job. Shake it out for a second. How do you guys feel? Nice. Next is the core circuit. So let's start lying on your backs. Remember, if you want to do an alternative version of this or a little easier version, just look at Zach. He's gonna do some modifications. Nora's gonna bring it and suffer with you. So first things first, you're gonna kick your legs straight out in front of you. Just to protect your lower back, you're gonna sit on your hands, just to make sure that lower back is flat. You're gonna crunch your head and shoulders off the floor slightly to try to create a flat surface with your lower back, and lift your legs up about 4 inches and hold it. Zach's just gonna hold that once he finds his sweet spot for about a 20-second hold. Nora is gonna go 15 little crunches, keeping the toes flexed towards your legs. You really don't need to move your torso at all, just the legs are moving. Stay tight, you guys are almost there. After 15 of those, let the legs drop down. Bring your right knee up towards your chest. Your hands are out from under you. You're gonna reach up with both hands. Hold that right there. The modification of this is you're gonna either keep your left foot on the floor or your right foot in that left leg straight. Holding that right there. They both work, it's up to you. Staying in that crunch, you're gonna slowly switch legs. We'll go 2 more per side. Hold right there. Keeping that tension, that chin is tucked. Switch legs. Switch. Staying tight. Good, remember to really keep that breath, especially when it starts to burn. Switch legs. Good job, last one. Hold right there. 3, 2, and relax. Flip over, we're gonna go into that front plank. You're gonna start on your forearms, elbows under your knee, elbows under your shoulders. Your hips are up. Hips are up nice and tall. Squeeze your butt down. You can just hold that front plank right there. If you wanna make it a little more difficult, you're gonna twist your hips side to side for 10 reps. Keeping your legs straight the entire time, or you can just hold that plank. Stay nice and tight, keeping the glutes tight. Nice job, a couple more per side. Head up, hold that right there. Take a knee, and we're gonna flip on over back to the beginning with the leg lifts. So sit on the hands if you need to, pressing that lower back down. Crunch your head and shoulders off the floor slightly, legs are up. Hold that right there. If you want to push it, 15 little leg lifts. Exhaling as you come up. Just really keep that breath, keeping that chin tucked. You guys are doing great. After 15, drop the legs down. Hands are out to the side. Crunch up slightly into that teaser crunch. Bring that right knee up towards your leg or your chest. Left leg straight off the floor. Or you can do the modification. Hold that right there. Slowly switch legs and hold. Again, it's more important to keep the back flat on the floor versus trying to push it with the non-modification. Switch legs. You got it. Stay tight. Switch. One more per side switch. Stay in that crunch. Staying nice and tight. Switch legs last time. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, and let the legs drop. Kick both legs straight ahead. You're gonna reach forward at a 45-degree angle like your Frankenstein. Taking a big breath in. Exhale and roll up just about the knee and then control it down for 5 reps. If you need a modification for this too, you can go all the way down and just bend the knees slightly. Bend both knees. Bring your hands to your quads and you're just gonna do a little crunch, crunching up towards the top of your knees. Same idea. Just keep that chin tucked. Nice, after 5 of these crunches, we're gonna flip back over into that front plank. Nice, so flip on over. Same idea, we're gonna start with the twist for 10 per side. Keeping that butt down, tight stomach. You can hold it if you want. Head up though, try to drop the hips slightly. And if you're doing the twist, really focus on a really small motion. There you go. Nice, after 10 of these, come back to center and just hold it. You're gonna Hold it right there. Pike your hips up slightly, squeezing your stomach, and then tuck your butt down for 10 reps. 1. Up slightly, and then tuck. 2. Keeping that head up, Zach. There you go. Again, if this is too much though, just hold that plank for a little longer. Nice. After 10 of these, take a knee, flip over on your back. One more series. We're gonna add one more crunch to the mix. So legs are straight ahead again. Sit on the hands. Legs are straight, crunch up slightly. Lift those legs up, 15 crunches, or just get that hold. Exhaling as you come up. Stay tight, you should really be burning in the stomach. If your back starts to hurt, just take a little break and relax and gather yourself, and you can go again. There's no rush. After 15 of these, drop the legs down. Reach up with the hands. Slight crunch up. Bring that right knee up towards your chest. Left leg straight off the floor. Hold right there. And slowly switch legs. Just hold it. And switch. Stay in that crunch. Switch. Switch. Hold right there. Last one, switch. Hold right there. Just stay in that crunch. And relax. Kick both legs straight ahead. Reach up like you're Frankenstein. You can do the modification with the knees bent. Exhale, roll all the way up for 5 reps. If you're doing the modification, keep it nice and slow, making sure that chin stays tucked, and keep the attention the entire time. After 5 of these, roll all the way down. Bring your hands behind your head. We're gonna move into the bicycle crunch for 10 per leg. The modification is just normal crunches like Zach's gonna do. Nora is gonna do it a little differently than what she's doing because the band's gonna be your buffer feet in arches and shoelaces. Same idea, just creates a little more tension. So bring the feet up off of the floor and imagine you're on a balance beam, 10 per side at your own pace. So bring that elbow to the knee and then switch legs. There you go, and then switch Zach. There you go, 10 per side. Using that breath. Good job. Try not to rock the boat too much. Stay on that straight plane. Nice. After 10 per side, flip over. We're gonna go one more series of that front plank. Again, the modification is just staying in that front plank, or you can even drop to the knees if you need to. If not, we're gonna start right with the twist. So 10 per side. If not, just really focus on squeezing the glutes, your quads, your forearms are pulling in to get your lats, chin's neutral, everything's super tight. Hold that front plank. After 10 of those twists, you're gonna pike your hips up slightly and then go right back under you. 1, and tuck back under for 10 of these. Again, when in doubt, just hold the plank. About 10 more seconds if you're holding. And then find that front plank again, hold that right there. Bring that right knee out to the other side again. Hold right there, keeping that butt down. Hold right there. Switch legs. Keeping the hips down a little lower. And step back, take a knee. Good. On your stomachs, give yourself a little break. And you're gonna walk your hands forward and just stretch out your stomach, just to press your chest up. Hold that right there for about 15 seconds. You guys get that stretch in your stomach? And then come back down. You guys are gonna go onto your right forearm into that front or the side plank. And again, the modification will be go onto both knees. So Zach, bend your knees. There you go onto both knees. Hips up nice and tall. Squeezing your butt forward, shoulder back. Hold that position right there. 15 more seconds. Trying to mimic a straight line, that shoulder and head's back. Squeezing your hips forward. If this is too easy and you want to progress it, you can lift up that left leg. Hold right there. And come down. Flip over into that push-up position before you switch sides. Hips are up nice and tall. Hold that right there. You're gonna bring your knee to the chest without the foot touching, and then step back and alternate legs for 5 per leg. Keeping nice and stable hips, like you have a glass of water on each hip. And then take a knee, side plank, left side. So you can go on the knees as that modification. Hips are up nice and tall. Elbows directly under the shoulder. Squeeze your butt forward, hips up nice and tall, head back. Hold it. About 15 more seconds. If you want to pick it up a little harder, lift up that leg. Still squeezing the hips forward, head back. 4, 3, 2, and come down. Push-up position. One more series of the mountain climbers for 5 per leg. Knee to the chest. Alternating every time. And then take a knee, go on your stomach. We'll go one more stretch of the stomachs, and then you guys can take a little break officially. There you go. As long as your hips stay on the floor, you're good. You can stay on your forearms or your hands. About 5 more seconds, squeezing your butt down. 3, 2, and relax. Good job, you guys.